This is Auntie Fee about them facts. Auntie Fee about them facts. How you doing? How you doing? Lord have mercy. The pain in this mother's eyes. This lady lost her daughter at the gentleman's club the other day. It's been well talked about on the news, in the media. Smash the topic, breaking news. Where she was shot by the security officers at XTC. She was leaving. There was some confusion. She was driving off. It appeared that, her car was about to hit, and then they shot her. So, because it's probably, I don't want to speak it, at this point, this club really needs to be shut down, bottom line. And I say that because this is not the first time that this club has injured someone, with more than one security guard jumping on one person, It also is a place a few years ago where another citizen was shot and killed leaving in the car, driving off. And security shoots and kills him. However, that time they got caught in a lie. So let's hope and see. Let's be patient and see if they get caught in another lie. Because they reported to the news yesterday that one of the security guards was broken legs, going into surgery, all this type of stuff. And the witnesses that was there said he wasn't injured. They was laughing and giggling. He was at work yesterday, as a matter of fact. So how he was about to go into surgery and broken legs and all that type of stuff, he was there to be overly aggressive to someone else last night. Thank God the protesters' actions worked up until a blogger, oh my goodness, a YouTube blogger, went up there clout chasing. Can you believe that? Yeah. He was notorious. I don't even want to give him no fame. He was notorious of being I'm kind of bullyish on another rat TV platform. Yeah. So let me get back to this. So hopefully the protest tonight will be as successful as the first night. And keep it shut, keep it closed. It's approved to shut them down permanently. I want to hold my opinion right now until more evidence is put out, because some things she could have done, there were some things she could have done, and then there are, of course, things that the security guard could have done that no one would have lost their life and no one would have been injured. So for that reason, I want to see more evidence before I express how I really feel. This is a sad, 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 sad occasion. Miss Shalonda had 3 kids. 3 kids. And a spokesperson for them yesterday, well, no, it was her brother on another platform. They were at the protest last night. She has 3 kids, and those kids lost their father about 6 months ago, I think he said. So y'all, let's lift this family up and pray for the right justice, you know, and heal the family's heart. I want us to follow it. Stop resisting is all I want to offer right now. Stop resisting. We have to stop acting like we have a right to not obey a command. We don't. And that's how we lose. That's how we lose sometimes. But I hope, because, you know, of some other circumstances, that don't go against her and her family, and they get total justice.
Friends and family say Shalonda Anderson, known as Lundy, gave her 3 kids the world.
Outgoing, just happy all the time, happy. She was the life of the party.
Dallas police say around 5 o'clock Saturday morning, the 32-year-old was shot and killed by a security guard outside of XTC in Dallas. Vehicle, and the guard then shot the drug. Friends and family say Shalonda Anderson, known as Lundy, gave her 3 kids the world.
Outgoing, just happy all the time, happy. She was the life of the party.
Dallas police say around 5 o'clock Saturday morning was shot and killed by a security guard outside of XTC Cabaret Strip Club in Dallas.
Lundy, you alright, man? That's my homegirl.
A witness and friend shared this cell phone video with us. You can see Lundy on the grass surrounded by security guards.
Y'all shot my homegirl, man? You know what that's it?
Saying that Lundy drove her car into a group of security guards. They claim that one security guard was pinned between the car.
Okay, so my problem here is, yes, the car did appear to veer toward them and they move. But if you zoom in right here, he already has a gun out. The gun was already out before she even came that way. So as she was pulling out of the park, wherever her car was parked, the gun was already out. I'm going to play it back and I'm going to slow it down.
Drove her car into a group of security guards.
It's already out.
That
it was already
out. Security guard was pinned between the car and another vehicle.
So there's a possibility that she saw that gun and was trying to knock him down before he killed her. Because it was already out. So she was pulling out. See, he pulled it out. He pulled it out. She wasn't veering toward him. He pulled it out. So she just pulled out a parking slot. Right here, right here is when he started pulling it out. So I'm gonna be honest. if me and my entourage had some issues, some dishwater had been tossed on me, or there was some form of confrontation. People in my party was maced, and I'm pulling out. They telling me, you got to go get out. A pregnant girl was maced, and I'm coming, trying to get out, and I see somebody reaching for a gun, pulling out a gun, having a gun. Yeah. Because, see, I think they made it seem like after he was pinned up, or after the security guard was hit and pinned, then he exchanged fire. But, baby, you're not even DPD, so you some type of security. He pulled it out before then. He posed a threat right here. And she right here. They here. They hadn't even began to move, so they at this point didn't even feel threatened. Because in just a minute, you'll see how they move when they feel. So why was the gun already out? Why? Why was he trying to intimidate her after putting her out? Yeah, now I admit she should have just left. But she didn't. But it didn't pose a reason to pull a gun out and shoot her. I probably would have ran your butt over, tried to anyway, if I felt like you was finna try to kill me. So it is at this point that she began to move and back up. Now this guy right here ain't budged at all. He probably got a story to tell. We just need to see if he gonna be honest or not, because he stood alone, and this one over here separated herself as well. He ain't put himself in it. He didn't insert himself. Why? Why? Why would he not get out the middle of the... Why would he not move? He was trying to intimidate her. Why would he not move like the rest of the people? You was going to force her to stop at gunpoint. Did we not just see this with J. Prince Jr., nephew, cousin, friend?
Drove her car into a group of security guards.
Why didn't he move like everybody else? And you see this man still ain't reacted.
Shot the driver before anyone else was injured.
We need to be able to see the video and not pieces of the video.
Reverend Ronald Wright is with the Community Police Oversight Board.
Blocking the way so she could leave, or she couldn't leave or not, for those security guards to do what they
Everybody moved except the man with the gun in his hand.
Dallas Mayor Eric Johnson saying, quote, "I'm sickened by the tragic violence we have seen at sexually oriented businesses in our city. This incident once again demonstrates why Dallas City Council, in the interest of public safety..."
But the problem with this mayor, Eric Johnson, is that there's no one at those hours to enforce the ordinance. So that's why they don't follow those rules. That's why they serve and they're open later than they're supposed to be. Because, yeah, it's cute on paper, but who's going to enforce it? I'll wait. So yeah, it probably do need to be closed. However, the security guard still pulled his gun before she was close enough to him to hit him. He could have moved, just like the rest of them did. Why did the security person with the gun not move out the way? He was going to force her to turn and go the other way. Is that what is that what he doing? Come on now. Now, city council, I'm gonna tell you now. I'm irritated and frustrated, and I am a little mad now, more so than I was before I played that film, because it could have been avoided. He didn't have. There's nothing. Nobody can tell me why he had his gun pulled out before he was hit with her car. And why did he not take himself out of harm's way like all the other security officers did? Come on now. Come on. Come on. That fluff, I hate fluff. And fluff ain't gonna work with me right now. Because he could have avoided that. He didn't have to kill her. He did not have to kill her. So don't y'all play, John. Where's John Wiley Price? Dude, this is a little blurry, dude, but don't play this time. Don't play. Y'all got to do right.
These businesses. City Council passed an ordinance earlier this year that required sexually oriented businesses to close from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m., with police saying those hours see an increase in crime. A complaint was filed and a court has temporarily postponed the ordinance. While the ordinance is in limbo, Dallas police and the district attorney's office will continue to investigate what happened.
I want the world to know this is America.
Bless your heart.
In Dallas, I'm MONEYBAGG.
Is calling for something to be done after Dallas police say a security Shalonda Lofton Anderson just after 5 a.m. Saturday.
My message for this is not fair. No part of this was fair. No part of this makes sense. Who was left behind was Shalonda Anderson, and her 3 kids was left behind. I'm sorry.
Some of her last moments were shown in this Facebook Live video hosted by Anderson. Okay. Dallas detectives are investigating, but won't reveal what happened before the shooting took place. Some of her last moments were shown in this Facebook Live video hosted by Anderson. Okay. Dallas detectives are investigating, but won't reveal what happened before the shooting took place. Meanwhile, a spokesperson for the cabaret released this surveillance video.
So they was pointing, telling her she was going the wrong way. They were out, a little in, But these people moved. The people with the pointing fingers up and him who digging in his butt, they moved. It's just the one with the gun up there that didn't.
A spokesperson for the cabaret released this surveillance video and in a statement said the shooting happened after guards were motioning to Anderson that she was driving the wrong way through the parking lot.
But it's the exit. She's coming.
Fearing for her life, the security guard shot the driver as the guard was being hit and before the driver could seriously injure or kill others.
Now, didn't I say I hope they don't lie? Didn't I say I hope they don't lie? And woe and behold, I go to another news report statement from XTC that lied and said the security guard shot the driver as the guard was being hit and before the driver could seriously injure or kill others. First of all, those people had already moved. Second of all, you already had the gun pulled. First of all, you already had the gun pulled down in a timely enough manner that you could have moved if you felt that threatened. Help me. I don't know. I don't know who stands in front of a car that's coming their way on purpose unless you feel like you got something that's going to stop them. The other people had already moved, baby. So how that happen? How this statement works? How that work? You already pulled your gun.
For her life, the security guard shot the driver as the guard was being hit and before the driver could seriously injure or kill others.
I see them trying to jump in the car to stop him. Keep him from going out.
But a witness and a friend questions that account.
As soon as she put it in drive, boom, gun. The guy jumped. When he jumped and bumped into the other guys, they was already the gun. Fly, 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 fly. They was already shooting. And she bagged up. They was around the car all the way like this. That's why they only showed that part.
Family and friends say they'll keep pushing in hopes for justice.
It's on my heart. And I can't rest. I can't settle until something get done.
And I feel like this situation for them to still open and be in business is
It's
not
unacceptable.
It's not acceptable. It's sending out the wrong message that you guys are going to open after this young lady was killed on y'all property.
Also shot at that vehicle that Shalonda was inside of. Meanwhile, a grand jury referral will be filed with the Dallas County District Attorney. Meanwhile, friends and family here say they want that business to be closed. They plan to stay out here late tonight and be back out here again, and every day they feel necessary.